Hello, welcome back. First things first, before anything else happens, before I talk about what we're gonna make today, before I give you any potentially witty one-liners that I need to work on getting better at putting in here, not just in text format, we need to make rice because the recipe calls for cooked rice, so that should be made before anything else happens. So, word of the wise, make the rice. You can walk away for a few minutes because most of it's just kind of assembling and then putting in the oven. So this is going to be the bulk of your prep work, is just making rice. So do that, and then we'll essentially start the video after that. All right, you already know how to make rice, so we can do this quick. The rice is cooking. We can kind of kick back, relax a little bit, take it easy. It's Monday, we want to ease into the week. We don't want to strain ourselves too much. Maybe I can talk about the fact that I now have a ring light, so hopefully that's making me look extra beautiful and not super pale. Which, I mean, one way or another, this is going out, so you're gonna see this. And I'm just gonna have to cringe through editing me looking like a ghost. However, maybe that's my my new move for the show. You know, haunted house cooking. We can have Scooby and the gang come in as guests one week. We'll make Scooby snacks. It'll be a fun time. All right, enough of those ramblings of a madman. You're probably like, Aaron, just tell us what we're making this week so that we can move on with all of our lives. It's gonna be stuffed peppers. This recipe was actually sent to me by one of my friends. Every now and then I've been trying to eat more vegetarian vegan food just because I eat a lot of meat and I feel like I should balance that out. And this was sent to me by one of them when I asked for suggestions. And I thought it was really good. So hence why I'm making it for you guys and showing you how to do it. The one difference from the recipe that I kind of am going to try today, because I've only made it one other time, so this is going to be me trying this for the first time with the addition that I'm going to describe in a second, is to cut well, obviously you have to, you know, hollow out the pepper, but instead of just stuffing it like that, I'm going to cut it in half and then kind of make like a mound of filling, because I thought the ratio of filling to pepper was not quite right, so I'm going to try and make it more in the zone that I'd prefer. But I mean, this is a great example of, you know, trying the recipe how it's stated, being like, I'm not feeling that quite, and then trying out little tweaks, little experiments here and there, and seeing how it goes. Learn along the way. You make better food. You learn what is good and what isn't, and I mean, in the end, you get to eat food. And I mean, what's better than that? Nothing. Nothing's better than that, except for maybe sleep. I will hear an argument for sleep being better than food, but it's a close one. I feel like it's the day-to-day kind of thing. Let's get to listing those ingredients. Obviously, star of the show, peppers, cheese, a can of, I'm using fire roasted tomatoes, can of black beans, some spices, and an onion, and also, of course, the rice. Up next, read the recipe and then kind of make a game plan of how you're going to execute, and then execute. Well, here's another great example of learning from my mistakes. There's a step to boil water that I forgot about, and I probably should have put that on at the same time as the rice. So please don't do the same mistakes I make. At least in this situation, me making mistakes will teach you not to make them, and then they will have a greater purpose and meaning versus me just messing up on my own. So learn from them and be better. Be better than I am. I know you can. I believe in you. All right, let's put this on and stop talking. So the water's boiling, the rice is depressurizing. We are now on track for a successful execution. The next step, what I'm gonna do, so the lay out the game plan, is I'm going to hollow out the the peppers. That way, if the water starts boiling while I'm doing some other things, then I can just kind of throw them in there. And then after the peppers, I need to cut up an onion. And then once the peppers are done boiling, I need to, in a skillet, just kind of cook the onions a little bit. And then after that point, everything can go in this bowl to then mix up and then be put into the peppers. And then into the oven they will go. And the oven obviously needs to be heated to 350, but that doesn't take too long. So probably when the onions are being cooked, I'll turn on the oven and then we should be good to go. If the plan changes because of me forgetting something along the way, I'll let you know. But I think we got it now. I think all the fires have been put out. We're on the right path. Famous last words. After the peppers are cut in half and the seeds and that white part on the inside that I don't know the name of is taken out, then you put them in the boiling water and boil it for 3 to 4 minutes and then drain it, and then those are ready to get stuffed. Next, while the peppers are boiling, I'm going to cut up the onion. So after the peppers boil, the onions will go on in a pan to saute, and then remember, while cooking those, to turn on the oven. Gotta turn on the oven. We have the peppers boiled, we have the onions cooked. Now it's pretty much time to put it all together. And we're gonna do that in a big bowl. All right, now that everything's mixed up, just need to put it on a pan and then put it in the oven. Ah, Mr. Bond, I see you foiled my pan. I'll see myself out. All right, 30 minutes is done, and the peppers are looking delicious. Look at this. Also, they smell great, but I mean, obviously you can't smell them, but you can see how great they look. And I mean, that's all the steps for making stuffed peppers, so the only step left is to shove them in your face and enjoy them. And on that note, bye Mom, still not dead. See ya.